On today's episode, we are going to take a look at Skillz. They recently announced an acquisition that really drove the stock price up. But does that acquisition make sense? That's what we're going to take a look at in today's episode. I'm also going to share my future thoughts on the company. So let's get started. As I am recording this episode, Skillz, which is traded under the New York Stock Exchange as ticker SKLZ, is down about 4.2% and sitting at $20.64 with the market cap of about $8.1 billion. If we take a look at 5-day performance, this stock is almost up 20%, most of the gains coming from the overall acquisition news. And from its all-time highs, the stock is still down, unfortunately, about 52-53%. So on June 2nd of 2021, Skillz is going to acquire Aarki to form the first integrated esports advertisement platform. So before we make sure this acquisition makes sense, let's try to understand Skillz as a whole. So right now, Skillz has developed a platform that helps developers use this competitive gaming edge to keep more engagement from their users in the games. So if they have more engagement from gamers, they get more revenues. Therefore, developers can develop more content, which will give them more engagement and continue that overall circle of getting more revenue over time. Skillz has stated that most of the revenue this company collects is actually from their paying users. So at the moment, Skillz only focuses in that market. It only focuses in the people that are willing to pay through their platform, and that's where Skillz collects that fee. Skillz has mentioned that they have about 467,000 paying monthly active users, and those are the users that are making most of the revenue for Skillz. The total monthly active users are about 2.7 million users. So right now they're only collecting revenue from about 17% to 18% of their total monthly active users. So they still have a huge market, in my opinion, that they're not hitting. And I do believe this Aarki investment is gonna help out. So now let's take a quick look at Aarki. But before we go any further, if I'm providing some form of value, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really does help a lot. So now let's take a quick understanding of Aarki. Aarki is a growing demand side platform with global scale and a proven track record in the mobile gaming market. So right, they are pretty much an advertisement company. Right now, Aarki uses machine learning. They use creative optimizations and some form of proprietary data to pretty much help out with this ROI. And we can see for most of the successful stories, they're pretty much in the gaming market themselves. So I do believe this acquisition will help Skillz increase that revenue from the non-paying monthly active users, which is about 80% of the remaining users that they're not touching right now. So I do think fundamentally this is going to be a great play for Skillz. But to be honest, what I'm really having a hard time is trying to understand how Skillz competitive platform and this advertisement platform are going to mix together, right? Fundamentally, it makes sense, right? They're both in the mobile gaming. You can be collecting revenue from paying active users. You can also be collecting revenue from non-paying active users, right? Just from your regular users. What I don't really see right now is how they're gonna integrate together. And in their press release, they don't really mention too much either. They just say they're gonna create the first integrated esports advertisement platform. And I believe this is why I'm having such a hard time trying to picture, because it's going to be the first of its kind. But first, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor. I want to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. The Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers. Through the Motley Stock Advisor services, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 new picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done amazing returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit fool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the Stock Advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley and now onto today's video. They do mention that the integrated ecosystem will unlock new points of connectivity between consumers, developers, and brand, pairing the right impressions with the right users at the right time, all while delivering a superior user experience. So like I mentioned, right now they'll be able to target the paying monthly active users, and they will also be able to target the non-paying. Skillz will acquire 100% of this company with approximately $150 million in cash and stock. If we take a quick look at their cash and short-term investment, they have about $612 million right now and no debt to their name. So overall, even if they pay all cash for this acquisition, this company will still have a very, very strong balance sheet. Outside of the benefit of Skillz getting revenue soon from non-paying users, I do believe there is another growth here, and that is the exposure of international. Aarki already has a huge regional sales. They have people in China, Japan, Korea, North America, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. They're already all over the world. Europe, Asia, Indonesia. This is really going to open up Skillz' ability to talk with other customers in other regions. And that's something Skillz really wants to focus on. They did mention in their most recent earnings that most of the revenue is coming from North America, and they are soon to expand into India. So with this is going to help them expand into other countries as well. So I do believe this is another hidden gem from this acquisition. So now my overall thoughts. First, the acquisition, I enjoy it because it is going to help the fundamentals of the company. It's going to help them collect more revenue. Unfortunately, right now, I'm still not able to see that picture of how they can integrate properly. I see this being more as two different business aspects, and I would want to see how they'll be able to integrate them as one platform. And I do believe once they're able to do that, that's going to be super huge news for Skillz. To me, Skillz is still my portfolio. This is still a tier 3 stock. At the same time, I still believe this company has so much to prove before it can make it a tier 2 or even a tier 1 stock in my portfolio. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.